Hello, everybody. Guess what book we're coloring in today? And for quite a few days because this is a double page. Now, let's flip through the book. All right, so this is the beautiful book of God Jul. And here we have the title page, which I'm looking forward to doing because I haven't really done clothing in the 3 years that I've been coloring. So I feel like doing that. And the baubles here, that's another item that I haven't really colored very much. So it'll be a nice little challenge for me. And here's our double page right here. We'll be doing this side today. And then once that's done, I may go ahead and do the second page. So that's going to be quite a challenge. Oh, and then we have this page here with all the candy and the birds. If some of you haven't seen this book, it's gorgeous. Really, really gorgeous. This very magical smoke going around from the candles and the beautiful bells. There's so much to do in this book. The snow globe and it's not a rabbit, I know. It's a wild, the word escapes me. I'll have to try to go catch it. And the stockings, our beautiful carousel, our church, beautiful snowflake. We used to always cut up sheets of paper in school and make snowflakes. This is a nice warm scene with a fireplace, the mice that are wrapping gifts. This is a color along that I did with My Colorful Country Life. It was a lot of fun to do. I enjoyed that very much. Some flowers, a wolf. They just cut a Christmas tree. This horse is gorgeous with its beautiful mare. The candle. Isn't it? This is like, you've got everything in this book. The birds feeding, and then the mistletoe being put up. I remember my mother always putting up a mistletoe, but we never kissed when we were underneath it, which was what we were supposed to do. So the Christmas trees and the cat and dog, our best friends. And then an angel here, a beautiful home. That's going to be fun to color as well. I do like coloring homes. Buildings. They're quite straightforward to do. And then here we have the snowman that we colored. It's so pretty in person. That blue just pops. And so this page I will eventually do as well. And it will be in the same colors. Here we have candies in a cone. Some kittens having a good time. More baubles with the candlelight. And a lady with her tray of hot tea. And her hat. Her crown of candles. A beautiful mug of hot chocolate. Whole bunch of whipping cream. Our goat carrying some gifts. And some owls carrying gifts. And we have little people here carrying some gifts. And our squirrel. So this is turning out into a little flip through. Our cats. Who doesn't love cats? I love them. I love them. Our snowflakes. The bird carrying a bubble or a star. Our gingerbread house. I love that. I love the gingerbread house. Some more decorations with candles. Oh, we have some girls singing here for Christmas. Some beautiful Christmas carols. This cat is gorgeous with his big scarf. Cookies. We have horses here. Ice skating. Oh, the little deer with the rabbit. I know there's another name for it. The wild rabbits have a different name, but it's just not coming to me right now. So I'll be coloring these in the same colors as this page here. Here we have more gifts with a sled and some reindeer. Our moon. Our man with the mice. He's bringing some Christmas flowers and all the little Tweety birds. Some more dessert here. Another angel. And that's it. Oh, this is a beautiful Christmas tree. I like that. And then the pigs here. They're very cute. All right. And we finish off with a bird. Okay, so let's get our page out here. Right here. Let's fix the camera. Over here. Now, the colors that we're going to be using are pale vermilion 921, yellowed orange 1002, sunburst yellow 917, lemon yellow 915, jasmine 1012. I'm going to zoom this in and just come back and let's do the combo together. Make sure that we understand when I talk what I mean. So I'm going to start with the pale vermilion 921. So if I have one layer like this, half of that, I'm going to do a second layer, a third layer, a fourth layer, a fifth layer. So now it's nice and dark. It's pretty much burnished. And this area here, which only has one layer, will be the, the word's not coming. Okay. So the light area here, I'll go in with my second color, which is yellow orange 1012. Transition area, that's what I was looking for. This area here is the transition area. So I'll go over the transition area, one coat, and I'll add a transition area beside it. Now I'll go over that one coat again and again, sometimes upwards like this, sometimes on the side, sometimes in circles. And I'll go over my vermilion, get all of that blended. There. Okay, the next one is yellowed orange, sunburst yellow 917. So I'll go in the transition area. And I'll add a new transition area with this color. I'll color these two colors together, the yellowed orange and the sunburst over here to have a nice transition. Okay. Now I'll go in with the lemon yellow. So I'm going in the transition area, which is the Sunburst yellow here, and then I'll go over the rest just to get all of this blended nicely with my lightest color. And that's up to you. You'll see what, if you don't like the way it changes colors, or you can change that around. So now I'm going in with the Jasmin 1012. I'm going over the lemon yellow, over all of them. And I'm going to finish off with a nice dark area. Many, many layers. So now that is all burnished, which means we don't see the paper anymore. We don't see the tooth of the paper anymore. All right, so we have many houses that will be in these colors, but we'll also be adding a bit more reddish, a bit more pinkish and blue. So don't worry, this is not the only colors we're gonna have. All right. How's that looking? A bit more like this. There. Okay. So let's get started. I'm going to map out a little bit of these colors. So the first house I know will be a little bit on the orange red, pale vermilion. So did you have a good weekend? Did you get any coloring time? I had my granddaughter over, so I was busy with her. We did some soft pastel. She loved it. I think she colored like 6 pages. So that was nice to see how involved she was. And she just had no worries, no care in the world. Just enjoyed the soft pastel. The last one she did, oh boy, she went really into it. And her hands were full, so full, but that's okay. An artist doesn't worry about that. So this is the yellow orange 10002. So just map out that we have some more of this orangey yellow. This one is more of a red orange. And this is just a rough picture. We'll be going back and doing each house individually with nice shading, nice colors. This is just a map. Okay, the next one will be Sunburst yellow. So again, we're just doing a very rough look. My granddaughter is 4. She just turned 4. And she says, Grandma, where's your Christmas tree? I said, well, my house is too small. I don't have room for a Christmas tree. She says, yeah, but where are you going to put your presents? So I said, well, I'm going to hide them in the house. And she said, oh, she said, well, you can bring your presents to my house. We have a Christmas tree. You can put them under my Christmas tree. Okay, now with the Jasmin 1012. I think I'm going to do this one here with the Jasmin. She was worried about where I'm going to put the Christmas presents. And then she said, when it's going to be Christmas, we'll bring you your gifts, okay? They'll be under our Christmas tree, but we'll bring them to you on Christmas Day. Okay, sweetheart. Don't worry about it. Okay, so we've mapped out a little bit. The other color we're going to introduce is 1018 Pink Rose. So we're going to have this on the top. On the bottom. There we go. And then with the blue slate 1024, we will come over here like this. All right. Okay. A little glass of water. Our roofs will be blue because we're going to be adding snow on our roofs. So the shaded areas will be blue. I'm still going in circles, but in larger circles. More like ovals. There's just so much snow on these roofs that we just want a bit of blue for the shading, and we don't need to have like different color roofs. The plural of roof is roofs, I guess. Unless I'm making some new English rules. Oh, I'm forgiven because I speak 2 languages and I mess them both up. That's just what happens. I have a little bird here watching what's going on. A nice snowy day. Okay. Oh, I have this little roof here. Between the houses will be blue, but it will be darker than this because there's mostly shade here between the houses. I'm still with the Blue Slate 1024. Oh, I forgot to put a sheet between my pages. And then I'm supposed to have a sheet to protect my page from my hands. Okay, so this was the yellow-orange. So we have to do this one in the yellow-orange. There. Our windows this time will not be yellow, they will be blue. All right. Let's go back here and start doing our shaded areas. So I'm using the pale vermilion 921 right on the side of the window. That's going to be shaded underneath as well. And then because there's lights here, there will be a bit of light. So on the left side of the window and on the bottom. Okay. Our next color is the yellowed orange 1002. So let's come and do this window here. So on the left and on the bottom. We'll go on the left of the door. We can go underneath the decoration here. the wooden ornaments. So what books are you coloring in right now? Even if it's not Christmas, you can let me know. I'm curious to know if maybe I have those books. It might help me decide on which tutorials I'll be doing in January. Okay, on the left side of these bricks, on the bottom of the bricks, all right, on the bottom here. Okay, so there's gonna be shade here because the house here will make some shade, so. All right. Let's go back to that first house and provide some shade here underneath. I'm gonna keep the blue in hand because I have to go and do the roofs. Okay, so we'll provide some shade over here. I know that one of our subscribers was very happy when she saw that we were coloring God Jul. She was looking for some color alongs with this book. There might be other viewers that also really like this book and are happy to see some color alongs. I'm going to make the left side of the house a little bit darker. Under the bricks. And on the left side of the bricks. On the left side of the Christmas tree. There we go. Okay, on the roofs, let's put some shading here on the left side. And on the bottoms over here. And then under this window here and on the left side. The left side of the roof and under the bricks over here, what with the 1002 yellowed orange under the bricks. Okay, and on the left side of the building. Okay. And then there's probably going to be shade over here caused by this roof here. There we go. We'll have some shade by the window on the left side on the bottom. Maybe under this little area here. Some shade caused by the snow that has accumulated. Over here, the snow has accumulated. There we go. Okay, the second color in our house will be the yellowed orange 1002. So we'll go very lightly over the pale orange and just transition out. We're just doing a very light coat. This is all very light because we have many other colors that we want to bring in. And we've spoken before about the ugly period. You know, you're coloring and you're looking at it and you're saying, God, this is ugly. But you persevere. And the more you're getting on, then you start liking it. You're like, okay, this is okay. This is looking all right. So at one point you feel like, oh, I'm giving up on this page. I'll start something else. It's not what I was thinking. It's not what I wanted. But if you keep going, it might be your favorite page when you're finished. And if it just messes up, that's okay. That's part of the road, right? All right, that's looking good. And after that, we're going to go with our 917 Sunburst Yellow. So a little sip of water. So again, we're going in lightly, just a very light coat. Not too hard, go as lightly as you can. There you go. On our second house, we'll also go with the 917 Sunburst Yellow. We'll go very lightly. Again, very lightly. There. Okay. The next color we'll be taking is the 1012 Jasmin. So back to the first house, very lightly again. You still have tooth left. So in the end, if you want to go redder or more yellow, we'll be able to do that. There we go. With the Jasmin, we'll continue to the second house. I'm supposed to protect my page. Okay, we'll go on to the third house with our Jasmin. So we're covering the whole house with a very light shade of Jasmin. There we go. Now for the pink house, we're going to go in with the 1018 pink rose. So this will be our darker area on the left side. On the left side of the window, under the window. On the left side of this window, underneath. On the left side of the Christmas tree, the pine tree. Under the curtain, what's the name? I know vine French. You're going to learn French from listening to me. Oh my goodness. You can write in the comments what it is in English. It's not coming back to me right now. Under the ribbon here. Over here. Okay, with the blue, I'm going to come back with the blue slate. Or did I have another one? Yeah, I do. I do have one not far away. So blue slate 1024. So I'm going to shade on the left side of the window, underneath, under the door reef. I got it. Okay. Will Patricia remember her words today? Okay, on the left side it's going to be darker, like that. All right. And for the last house, we'll go in with our Jasmin and do the darker. So there's going to be shade from the house in the front of it, right? This house is providing some shade. There will be shade from, so we're with Jasmin 1012, like that. There will be shade on the left side of the window. Underneath the decorations. There we go. Let's do the windows. So, lemon yellow, 915. Oh no, we said we were doing the windows blue. That's right. Okay, so The windows will all be colored, even the windowsill will be blue. I am following a picture that I took from one of my puzzles, so I'll see if I can try and recreate. Go around the star there. All the windows, some will be darker, some will be lighter, so I'll be coming for the lighter ones. I'll probably use some white to lighten up, and then where it's darker I'll use a darker blue. This is a window. Oh, there's 3 little cats. 1 cat, 2 kittens in the window. That's so cute. Oh, this has to be blue as well. And let's just go ahead and this like that. This here. Let's do the shade behind the snow here. Some shade here. Probably a bit of shading. And if we add snow, it won't matter, but if we don't, then we'll have mapped it out. All right. So let's map out all the lines with we're using the blue slate 1024. And then under the snow. Like that. And on this side of the snow as well. Our shaded areas, and under the little rooftop there. So under that rooftop there, let's just go under each little tile. Roof something. It's the roof something, I don't know. They're not tiles, or are they? Okay, so under here, and all the tiles. Let's color this blue. Okay. Let's under here, each separation here. Okay, under each, they probably repaired the roof with some tiles here. There, around the window, and each separation here. Let me sharpen this pencil. Turning the pencil in my hand to keep it sharper for longer. All right. Around the snow, it's going to be darker because it's lifted, so it's providing shade. On the roof here. There. Okay, so the windows, everything's going to be a blue tint. And I'll bring in darker and lighter blues to work it. Okay. We have a beautiful star hanging in this window. Okay, this is a window here. And do we want this to be a window? I guess so. All right. So this is going to be blue. Okay. Do I have some green not too far away? I do. Okay. All right, so I'm going to take out the grass green 909. So let's start the Christmas trees a very light layer again because we'll be bringing in more colors. We have little areas here we'll be able to use our Posca pen and our gel pens. So my granddaughter was worried that if I don't have a Christmas tree, I won't be able to have any presents. So she figured, well, if we put presents for you, Grandma, under our tree, we'll be able to bring you some on Christmas Day, so you have presents. That was really funny. Okay. We have a little wreath over here. Let's start with these little wreaths. Like that. Can you see these little trees here? Yeah. So even if you color over these little bubbles, it doesn't matter because the gel pen will go right over it. We have some little decorations here. So by doing just a very light layer, I'll be able to, when I finish coloring with you, I'll be able to come back. Okay, this is going to be a little darker here, so I'm going to go ahead and make it darker because we're getting shade from this tree. And the left side of the tree could be darker as well. There we go. Let's make the left side darker. And under this decoration here, the garland, under the star, guirlande in French. So when I finish coloring with you, I'm going to be able to look at this picture and decide, okay, I need more blue here, more green here. Okay, under the star, there's going to be shading. On the left side, there's shading. See here, right under the leaves here, there's going to be a little darker shading. Okay, I'm just going to go over all the lines. That'll help me get some shading in. There we go. The left side here. And under the branches. Underneath here. And on the left side. Maybe on these little lines here. There. All right. This is coming along, right? So we'll have shading on the right side here and on the left side here. That's our shaded area, right here, right here, right here, each line, and then we can go in very lightly. So on the left side is shaded. Okay, under the branches. We can go very lightly over this. We'll be changing the tint of this tree as we add different pencils. And of course there's going to be some snow, which would completely change the decor. There we go. We have another reef over here. We have to color pink the interior of the reef right here. Like that. Well, I'm going to take the blue slate out again, the 1024. Color this in. Okay. And then we can go in with the blue slate and start coloring in the snow. So we'll do right above the line will be some shaded area. We'll go up a bit. Right over this line here. Over this line here. Around the Christmas tree because it's going to be shaded there. So we're going to shade all around the left side of the Christmas tree. All of the left side, and then over this line where there's larger space, we can go up a bit. Okay, this line here, the left side of the tree. On top of this line here. There's a lot of space here, so I'm gonna go up a little bit. This line, over this line, over this line, this line, this line. Let's go over this line here. Okay. What I like to do when I'm at the bottom of a paper is just do this like this. There. It's a little bit easier. So you don't have to fight with the edge of the paper. All right, so some more snow like this over here, shading on the left side of the tree, like that. Be completely shaded over here and on the left side of the tree, on top here. Going up because there's a lot of area. a lot of area to cover, so right here, right here. Okay. All right. Going upwards because there's a lot of space here to cover. Okay. So that was the blue slate. Do I have another blue somewhere not too far away? No, I'll have to do the other rest tomorrow. I'll go in with a bit of white and just add in a little layer because we're going to go in with some darker blue. So we'll have to smooth those mark lines that my pencil did. Just make it a little bit smoother. So I'll be back in here again with the blue slate and with my darker blue as well. Get all that smooth because this is not smooth at all. And with the blue slate, I can start mapping out the clouds of smoke. And I think what I'm going to use for that one is the gray. The light gray. So 10% cool gray, 1059. So the top of each put in some gray. I guess I'll just color them all. Yeah, I'm going to color them all with the 10% gray and the top of the clouds here. I think I was not in view. I'll go over them. So I went over everything. All of the smoke from the chimney, I went over with the 10% gray. I went on top of the cloud. On top of the cloud. So this will be the top of this one. This will be the top of this one. Okay, so let's do the smoke from the chimney. The top of the cloud here. The top of the cloud. This chimney here. The top of the cloud here. All right. Okay. Did I do the top here of the cloud? It's going to be fun planning the rest of this page. For the rest of the day, I'll be able to have a look at it and see where I'm at. So, do I have a black pencil here? I do. So 935, the black. Let's do the side of the chimney over here. And the side of this chimney. The side here and here. A little bit more. With our white, we will blend this in circles so that the black will come out here. Let's go black in. Let's go black in to darken the black on the side. Like that. There we go. Let's do all of the top ornaments here. With our Posca, we'll be able to fix that up because it's kind of small for me to do blending. So here we go, a little bit like this, a little bit like that. All right, so let's go on the side, on this side, on this side. Blend them out. A little bit more black here. There we go. go. On the bottom, just a little bit darker. Like that. We have another one here. That. There we go. All right, so where else could we put some black? Let's do the pots here in black. Okay. Do we have any other pots? No? Okay. So, I have a little pomegranate 195. So, I'm going to go add some of that. Did you hear that fall? Of course, I always have something that will fall. That's just the way it is, right? Okay, we have here some lights with a little red cord. Pomegranate 195. These bricks, I'll just put it in one little tiny bit of pomegranate, and I'll go in maybe with gray. I don't know. I'll see. I'll see. All right. So this little ribbon bow, and with the Posca, I will just lighten up the middle here. Just a tiny bit here. The rest will be darker. So the creases here are always darker, sometimes on the outside. The tips of the ribbon. At the beginning of the ribbons. Okay. Here we have another one, so we'll just color the whole thing. And if you have Posca, just a little dot here, just to give it a bit of light, like that. A little bit of light here, and a little bit of light here. We could do the garland in red. This is pomegranate 195. All right, so we'll just go in with our Posca and add in a bit of light. So just a little bit like this. Sort of just following the line on top. There we go. All right. Our stars are going to be yellow to start, and then I'll probably go in with some Posca or I might make them gold in the end. That's a possibility as well. Okay, so the pomegranate 195. Let's do our bow here. With the Posca, we'll just do a little area of light over on this side, like this, and on the middle here, and the middle here. There we go. And then let's make this garland here for the lights in pomegranate red. With the Jelly Roll black, all the attachments will be just a dot. Just a dot of black there. There's a chain here. I'll go ahead and do it in black. There we go. All right. So each light will be white. And we can always come with a jelly roll on top of that, let's say with a yellow, if we wanted to do that. So each attachment that is black, we'll just do a little tiny white dot. Like that. Okay. Now, this little pot here will be black. The ends of the plate here. And then with our white, let's sharpen this white here. So, like this. Now, when you look at the page like this, it's not going to be at all like this when we're finished. Right now we're just mapping out a lot of the colors, and we'll be coming in with lighter shades, darker shades. So this is the pomegranate 195. This one we can go at the ends of the ribbon, this end and this end, this end, this end, this end, this end, this end, and this end. Do the sides, this end here. This will be white in the middle. There. Okay. So with the white, I can blend in a little bit of that red. There we go. All right, so let's go ahead and put some red on these ribbons here. Red at the tip, each end. Okay, with the white, we bring out some of that red from each end. We're dragging out the red. All right, I will go back in and just make the sides darker, the ends darker. All right. There's another little bow here. We'll just go right in with the 195 pomegranate and just put a little dot for some light. There. All right. Let's go ahead and do this one here. So pomegranate on the end, on the end, on the end. When they're big enough that we can make a special effect, you know, then we just take the white and drag out the red. But if the bow was too small, I wouldn't do it this way. All right, so I'm going to darken the end of the bow like that, right beside the knot. It's darker as well. Same with the ribbon here. I'm gonna go in darker at the ends. And we're gonna drag out some of that color. And then we're gonna come back and darken the ends. There we go. Ain't that pretty? All right. Now, I'm gonna come in with my Posca and put some white in each light here. I might come back over on top with a color with my jelly rolls, but that'll be later. Okay. With the black jelly roll, I will fill in the little attachment. Okay. Now, what else would, oh, okay, I can do a star over here with a lemon yellow. There's a heart and a bow, but I saw a star somewhere, but oh well, okay, we'll do that later. All right, so let's go ahead and do this little ribbon. So we're doing the ends of the bow, because this bow is big enough to do an effect. And with the white, we will drag out. In the middle as well. All right. The reef I will do in grass green 909. I'll come back in with some jelly rolls to add in colors. I think I do have my yellow jelly roll. So this jelly roll is the 06 jelly roll from the Moonlight series. And what happens with the Moonlight series is that they add a lot of color. So each little ornament in the reef and each little leaf on the side of it. There we go. This reef as well. These areas are so tiny that a jelly roll makes it so much easier. I'm going to go around the star here with my jelly roll. It's just such a bright jelly roll. It's lemon yellow. It's like almost a neon. There's another one here. Okay. I have a gold jelly roll. It's a metallic, so it sparkles. So let's do these little bells. Like that. Let's do the little area behind the star in gold. Okay. We could do everything in gold in the tree. All the little bubbles. You have to let it dry. It doesn't dry right away. The Posca dries quite rapidly, but the jelly rolls, you don't want to start coloring beside them because you're going to have them all over the place, smudging here and smudging there, smudging everywhere. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead with the gold for the baubles. Who doesn't like some gold, right? And I'll still be coming in with some pencils, some colored pencils, and finishing up the trees, and because we only just put one little layer of green, grass green. Okay. Let's go ahead and add some green over here, grass green. Okay, let's do those little leaves with the yellow 06 from Moonlight series. You'll find these open stock at an art store, or they'll find them on Amazon, I think in packages, I'm not sure. And the gold was Metallic series. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. It's getting me known, and it's very encouraging. So, I appreciate everyone who has taken the time to like and subscribe. Thank you, thank you, thank you 1,000 times. Okay, that's a small ribbon, so I just did it with the pomegranate. I'm going to add a little bit of Posca just to lighten up a little bit there. Okay, so the bottom of that wreath should be blue. So I'll just do that with some Posca, not Posca, jelly roll for these little leaves that I've got here. Like that. Okay, so with the slate blue, I'm going to go ahead and just go around these little snowy areas here. And the icicles, I'm going to do the icicles, and then when I go over them with Posca, they will look like icicles. I'm going to have some black cats, just because they're my mom's favorite. She just got herself, she has a 4-month-old black cat. She called her Mia. We'll do the head in white. Let's do that little flower with the pomegranate. With the grass green, we'll do the stem. For now, we're going to put the lights in white. I think I already did these. Okay, and it's easy to come in and put some color afterwards with a jelly roll. So the other gold pen that I have is this one here, the Signo Uniball. And I have the gold, I have the silver, and the white. So this is a good alternative as well. Let's just put a line here of this gold. One line on each half, like that. Color this heart, our pomegranate, the ribbon, the bow, the other bow. They're very tiny, so we'll just go ahead and fill them up with the pomegranate, and we'll go in with our Posca. There. So just a little line of white, a dot on the ribbon, little line over here, each side, and then a little line here. Okay. So I'm wondering what colors I'll be adding to all of these. Yeah, I'm going to be bringing in more blues. Yeah, especially for the sky. So let's use that 10% gray and just make it a little bit darker at the bottoms. Be careful not to smudge the areas that have jelly rolls or Signo. Okay, here this is going to be green. With the yellow jelly roll. There we go. There's another little ribbon over here. With a string of lights. With the white Posca. We'll add some here for light, just a little bit here. Like that. We can put in some Posca in every light. And with the black jelly roll, each knot for each light. There we go. Some yellow jelly roll up here. There we go. All right. So I think that, can we do another color? Let's go back over this here and add another little layer everywhere. What I'm using is the pale vermilion. Let's add in a bit of that red in the bricks, but not all of them, just a tiny bit. Okay, and over the red, we'll go in with their black. Just again, just very little. Okay, where else did we do bricks? We did bricks up here. So we'll add a little bit of black there. Over here, there's some bricks. We'll add the red. Okay. And with the gray, I'm going to sharpen my 10% gray. And for the bricks, just this light layer. Some of the white remains. There. Okay, so with the pale vermilion, I went back one layer. I'm going to go one layer on top of this house here. Okay, with the Jasmin, I'm going to go back over. With the Jasmin again, I'm blending it in a little bit. I don't want it to be perfect because in these houses we can see areas that will be darker, some lighter. All right. So okay, so we're going to add in some little Posca here in the windows, little lines like this. So that it looks like glass. I know that my hand is in the way, but if I don't hold my Posca this way, I'm not going to be able to see. It's not going to run, sorry, it's not going to run. So I'm just making 2 lines here. I don't know if you can tell. Let me zoom in here. If you can tell that there are 2 lines in each window. So, does it show? Can you see? I'll add some blue around it so that you might see it better. There you go. That must be more visible. Let's all right. Now, these houses will not be that color, quite that color. So I'm going to be figuring out like what I want to add. So the pale vermilion, I'll go back over my shaded areas. This is shaded because of this building here. This side here is going to be darker. Where the tree is, it's going to be darker. The side of the windows. No. Over here and under here. All right. Under these little decorations. So, I guess I wasn't really in view. Okay. I'm going to be changing the colors of these houses a little bit because they don't really mean much to me. So I'm going to go back in the windows, make them a little bit darker so that we see our white lines better. Let's try them. Okay, let's get this Posca out. 1 line there and 1 line there. So I think now you're seeing it better. Here we go. Okay. Add some blue to the window. Okay, so 2 lines in each window. There we go. All right. Let's do this window here. So I'm using the blue slate still, 1024. Yeah, that's looking good. Okay, can we still see? We're still in view. Let's do the other windows. Okay, so where the star is. All right, let's put some Posca. Okay, they're a little bit thick, so I'm just going to erase a bit of them to make them thinner. So if I just go like this, like that. There. And I'll just go over that. Can you see anything in the camera? Not much, right? Okay. So let's try this again. Are we having a hard time here? Okay. So these windows will be darker. Okay, so let's put some All right. Went over a little bit here, so I'm just going to try and erase it. Are we still in the view? Let's get this here. All right. There we go. So I have some more windows here and here. Let's go ahead and finish those off. Okay. Okay. So for today, that's going to be our sketch, but it's going to finish looking much, much deeper. And yeah, so I will see you tomorrow or maybe the next day. I'll see how things get to be tomorrow. So have a nice day. Thumbs, please like this video. Please subscribe. Thank you, everybody.